Great team win. I told Coach Key after the game, I got a lot of respect for that program. They've done a heck of a job, man, in terms of where they've gotten this program to. You know, and the way they play today, they play with a physicality and an edge. I got a lot of respect for. But our guys played well. You know, as you look at the overall picture, I was proud of the way they responded. You go down 7-0. We're able to respond defensively, made the corrections necessary, and offensively really got it rolling those last two drives of the first half. And so, and continue to build on that momentum as we got in the second half. So, you know, overall, man, everybody had a part of it. There's no one person that you try to give the success and point out. It's a group effort. That it took everybody in that room to get their job done to achieve the team glory that we aspire to have on Saturday. So, with that, I'll open up for questions.
Front row, right in front of you, Tyler Horka.
You got to tell us the tenets of a response, because that's 4 games in a row now where you guys fall behind, but from there you really assert yourself as a better football team.
Yeah, I think, you know, as you look at the big picture, you say, yeah, you start slow and you respond. We just got to continue to evaluate the plays. You know, I think the first series defensively, we had an MA on third down. You know, we didn't execute on that play, which led, you know, to some other things, and they end up scoring. Offensively, you know, I can't remember the first series, but then we throw the interception in the second series. So it's plays that we have to clean up, no matter when they happen in a game. But this group just continues to believe. I told them, man, it's life, man. Life, I showed them a race of a girl running 110-meter or 100-meter hurdles, and she fell over the second hurdle and gets back up and wins. And it's like, that's life. Like, that's a week of prep. There's a week of it's a game, it's a season. Like, you're going to hit some hurdles, and you got to get up and sprint through the finish line, and that's what they did.
You told us recently that you have a lot of confidence in the special teams. Today, you guys were all over it in that phase. What kind of went into that, and how good were you guys there?
Yeah, I thought we did a great job on field goal block. We got a lot of push there, and I think that was Bryce Young that got the field goal block. You know, we knew going into this game we had to steal some possessions because they do a really good job in terms of time of possession. You know, I think we had 4 series in the first half, and we didn't have a chance to run it, the fake in the first half, because I was going to run it, because it was more about trying to steal a possession than it was something we saw in their punt return unit. And so we did that. The field goal fake was something we practiced. We thought they were pretty aggressive on their field goal block unit, and you know, it wasn't perfect. We found a way to get the first down. But that was the mindset going to the game. We had to steal some possessions.
Front row all the way to the left, Tyler James.
Marcus, Riley Leonard, what happened on the interception that he threw, and then why was he able to bounce back and I think completed 12 passes in a row after that?
Yeah, he made a bad decision. He'll be the first one to tell you that. That's what happened, and reloaded and came back with the right mindset. Those things happen. You know, didn't read it the right way and made a bad decision. But he's confident. That's a part of the game, right? That, you know, you got to be confident in your decisions, even if sometimes they can be wrong, because there's other times he made a wrong decision and ended up being a great play because he made it fast. And so he's a confident individual because of the way he prepares. And, you know, he did a great job after that interception of leading our offense.
Interceptions for Xavier Watson and Adon Schuler today. There's been so much change at the cornerback position throughout the season. Has the play of those safeties allowed you guys to sort of work through everything at the cornerback position as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's the play of the guys that are in the game. Like, you got a lot of confidence, man. This is you know, a young team kind of now, right, with some injuries, but we're confident in the guys that we put on the field. They just need the opportunity, and sometimes it takes an injury or something else to happen to put those guys out there. But Xavier's done a great job all year. Don's done a great job all year, but those guys that have stepped on the field really have stepped up and done a great job.
Second row on your left, Tim Priester.
Coach, Byron started 9 for 9, and then from there you shut down their dangerous wideouts, you shut the running game down. Could you just speak to the defensive performance and going against a good offensive line, too, that you eventually overran?
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. Watching film, we thought he was more convicted in his decision making. Like, he just made decisions. He would throw it in the tight windows, and that could be a good and a bad thing. But we thought he was a really good thrower, and he could run the ball if he needed to. He's a good player, and he did a good job to start the game. We made some adjustments. Try to figure out what they were going to do offensively. They've shown some different things throughout the season, and we just want to see what they were going to settle into, and we tried to mix up some coverages. So defense did a great job of adjusting, and when they've done that, Coach Golden has done an amazing job of doing that all season long, is adjustments. We've seen some different things that we haven't prepared for, and so the ability to make adjustments have been huge.
To lose a guy like Ben Morrison and then have to plug a freshman in, nobody wants to lose an All-American, but
Yeah.
it's a rarity, is it not, to see a freshman play to the level that he is already?
Yeah, he's special. Like I said, you can't make up for the loss of Benjamin Morrison with one person. But he still continues to lead. He was watching film, giving our guys coaching points in the hospital. I mean, that's the type of guy he is. He's sending them film, hey, really the young guys, the Carson and Leonard, like coaching them up. And that's what type of leader and person he is. But you can't replace him with one guy, but dang, Leonard has done a great job. But we knew Leonard was special from the time he got on campus. It's just, when is his opportunity to really present himself? Because Christian Gray's a really good football player. Benjamin Morrison's a really good football player. But that's why you can't, man, this is a long season. It's a long season. And the one guarantee in life is the future's uncertain. So just keep preparing. Take care of the opportunities you have in front of yourself, and then you get an opportunity to do it in front of thousands and millions of people, and you're ready to perform like Leonard is.
Same row on your right, Pete Sampson.
Marcus, even though this team has gotten younger in some ways, does it still feel like it's maturing to you? Does it feel older and younger somewhat at the same time?
Yeah. The people are obviously at times inexperienced, but the team is becoming more and more experienced together, right? And that's when you take a big picture look at the performance. Like, this team is continuously getting better. And I challenge them all week. You got to believe that there's another level. If you believe it, you'll be willing to put in the work. And I really think this is a reflection. I choose to believe it's a reflection of the preparation. And I'll always believe that. Performance on Saturday, it's never perfect. We want it to be perfect, but it's a reflection of the way you prepare. And so us as coaches are going to continuously challenge them. Like, there's more. There is no finish line to the way we prepare and how we prepare. That's going to give us a chance to be more experienced on Saturdays and perform better.
All the way in the back, Levon Whitaker.
Coach, was there any point in this game where you guys felt like maybe you all had this game in the bag, kind of took the crowd out of it, and even though the offense got a little stale, the defense, stayed in it?
You've known me long enough to know that I don't look at the finish line. I don't look at that. And the minute I feel like we got the game in the bag, man, your players are. Like, we just stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. And the minute you start thinking that way, you got to remind yourself, get back into the moment. And so the score's the score. We'll look at it the end of the game, but we gotta continue to stay in the moment. We got to win every single play. And let the game go where it may be. But, I mean, again, we made a decision in the last series to put in some backups. So if you want to say that maybe I thought the game was over then, no, we just made a decision to put in some backups. But stay in the moment, man.
Your thoughts on Leonard going airborne sometimes up there on fourth down? Does that scare you at all? I mean, it looks, pretty bad on our end. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, you don't love to see your quarterback without at least 1 foot on the ground. But he's a competitor. That's what makes him special. He makes plays with his legs. He's an improviser, and he's a tough dude. And that's what we're going to need out of him to continue to get better moving forward.
Front row on your right, Mike Berardino.
Looked like there was a lighthearted moment in the first half, I think, when Riley was scrambling to his left and he hit you right in the hands. It's just what was said there, and just maybe the camaraderie, the little moments that can happen even in a...
I mean, the ball dropped. So that's why I'm a defensive player, couldn't catch. But, no, I wasn't too happy with the result of that play, but like I told him, you got to reload, man. You can't let the last play affect the next play. And so I told him, go reload, get your mind right, let's get back out here and go perform and get the opportunity.
And then to do that second fake on the field goal, you had to have Jerry Rulo, I think, in orange, as well as Tyler. Am I correct? There was a lot of people contributing to that. Any idea that What's it say that you didn't save that up for later?
That's based off what you see game plan wise. We can't save that for a team that we don't know what they do, right? The future's uncertain. You know, we have this moment, and we saw this in the game plan, and we said, let's execute it. Our job is to find another way to attack your opponent through film study. And so I don't want to save. We're not saving anything, right? If we feel like we can execute it this game, let's use it. And then it's a challenge by us as coaches to go find another way to attack your opponent.
Last question opportunity for Coach Freeman in the middle, Tim O'Malley.
Coach Jeremiah loves the just progress he's made from being just a breakaway back. Most of all, it's a tough, gritty. You rely on third downs now. That didn't happen earlier in the season. Blocks better. He said he was going to block better. Just speak of his growth this season.
It's been great. He performed at a high level last year. He's been performing at a high level this year, but he's improving, right? And he believes that there's another level. He's a special football player. He just finds a way to make plays with the ball in his hands. We got to be creative and continue to find ways to get the ball in his hands, even if that means on a punt fake. Get the ball in Jeremiah Love's hands because he's going to make plays. But as you said, he's done some good things in the protection, the pass game. He's really becoming a complete back.